Pache for a follow-up to our follow-up yesterday of about...
It keeps trending.
It keeps trending every day. There's a new angle to the story. We're talking about the Miss Universe mishap and the Miss Colombia controversy. Mike, yesterday you and I talked about Miss Colombia's Instagram and how she had posted 2 Instagram images of her in the crown and the sash.
Doesn't want to give it up.
Doesn't want to give it up, but after that apparently made headlines, I guess she took to Instagram yesterday to finally post a picture sort of acknowledging everything that happened.
Well, I think she got a lot of heat, right?
Yeah,
I think the heat got to her.
There were a lot of haters out there.
Yeah. You know what? I wonder if Colombia will do like a parade for her still, though.
Do they do parades?
Well, it seems like they would do a national holiday almost.
Okay, well, let's get back to Miss Colombia. So we know that she has gone on Instagram. Now she's posted these new photos, and suddenly we're supposed to forgive her because she accepts what happens. Everything happens for a reason. I'm going to pull up the picture for you guys in a minute. And she talks about, she actually, for once, acknowledges that the Philippines won. And what's interesting, because I pay attention to every little word, is that she congratulates the Philippines on the Miss Universe title, as if to congratulate the country, but not congratulating Miss Philippines.
Oh, wow.
And I thought that was done on purpose, but maybe it's just my conspiracy or conspiracy.
I don't know why she would be mad at her. It's not like it was Steve Harvey that made the mistake.
You know what, though? I get what you're saying, but the way I look at it, it's like when a guy is dating 2 girls at once. The girl always hates the other girl and still likes the guy for some reason.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. I don't know.
We're a lucky bunch.
So I'm going to go ahead and pull up Miss Colombia's Instagram.
I'm glad she's taking the high road now. Real big fan of Miss Colombia.
Yeah, you have been very vocal about your support.
Yeah, I'm glad though she's realizing what's happened here.
So let's go ahead and pull this up for you guys now. There she is.
There she is.
Miss Not Universe. Isn't that the song? But there she is, Miss America.
Yeah.
But that's not Miss America.
No.
So, anyways, she has gone on Instagram. She posts pictures. For example, this one, it looks like the swimsuit competition. She writes the caption in Spanish. Then she also posts this one.
This is the one.
This is the one where she has just the Miss Colombia.
But see, that didn't get a lot of likes.
Got 142,000. And this is where she finally acknowledges what happened. So, can we talk about this, Mike Pache?
Yeah.
Let's read it to the viewers because I understand that it's small print on your screen. After the storm comes the calm. I want to thank each and every one of you who have sent messages of support and strength. Every one of you has become an incredible human being in my book, and I am the most fortunate and thankful for having the support not only from one country but from the whole entire world.
This is genuine.
Your destiny is written for you, and my destiny was this. I was able to bring happiness to my country after becoming Miss Universe for only a couple of minutes. Today, because of that, Colombia... Today, because of that, Colombia and the Latin community are being talked about in every corner of the world.
Wow.
So basically, she's changed the world.
Well, she is going to get some endorsements.
So I want to continue with her caption. I also want to congratulate the Philippines for their new Miss Universe. The happiness that you must be feeling must be incredible. Life continues, and in the future, we will find out why things happen the way they happen. Thank you all for your love and support and kindness. Wow. I don't know.
She took the high road. She took the high road.
I feel like she only took the high road because everyone was putting her on blast and she had to. And I honestly really need to point out the fact that she's congratulating the country and not the girl, which I think she did on purpose. Do you guys agree with me or not?
That's a pretty good
way.
Am
I just being too crazy and breaking down every word as if I'm a girl texting a new relationship with a guy and I'm like, oh my gosh, he said this. But I don't know. I think...
I'm happy for her.
Of course you're happy for her. You wanted Miss Colombia to win the whole thing.
Yes.
So...
Who knows? Let's see what people say here. Let's see if they say anything.
And some of you, the viewers in the chat room, trying to figure out what she's doing with her hand. That's actually, you make a heart with your hand.
Yeah.
I do it sometimes on the morning show.
Alan says God said she wasn't ready. At least she took it well.
Larry saying, just like American Idol losers get recording contracts, I think she'll make some money off of this. Hey, speaking of American Idol, the final season debuts on Fox.
In January.
In January. I don't know, have you even seen the commercials for it?
It's very sad.
It's so sad. I love it because it features Ryan Seacrest holding a Nokia phone.
Wow.
Like old school.
Wow.
It was so great because it shows you over the years how the voting system has changed from those old school Nokia phones to now like Twitter and Instagram and all that.
This is going to be a season finale you guys aren't going to want to miss in April and May.
Yeah, but back to Miss Colombia. Let's see. Rachel saying, SK, I think so. LOL. Her way of being catty, maybe. Yes, thank you, Rachel. Rachel sees it. Rachel sees what I see. That she congratulated the Philippines, but not the winner herself.
No, I just think she was trying to finally get that high road in.
And FF in the chat room says, leave Colombia alone. I get it. Obviously, it is.
What a week she's had, though, right? What a week leading up to Christmas.
I know. And real quick, I want to acknowledge Billy in the chat room. Not that I ever care about Miss Anything contest, but they need to dump Steve Harvey. Well, they didn't dump Steve Harvey. In fact, he's doing the show next year.
Yes.
And I know Steve Harvey has been...
As he should. As he should. He made one mistake.
Right. Steve Harvey has been getting a lot of crap for what happened. But I want to point out this bullet point right here, bullet point 3. Steve Harvey is not the first to make a flub. So I saw this story trending this morning, and I was like, what? So Alan Thicke, as you may know from such hit shows as Growing Pains, also the father of Robin Thicke, in case you didn't know that.
Yep.
Apparently, he made a huge mistake back in 2006 at Miss World in Russia.
Wow.
Where he didn't really make the mistake, but the wrong girl got crowned and sashed. And if you listen to him carefully, you can tell that he was reading first runner-up and the winner, but I think the way he did it so quick back to back, there was utter chaos and confusion, and backstage all the contestants were so pissed off. I want to play this clip. Have you seen this clip yet?
No, I do want to see this clip.
It's so entertaining.
Wow, you really got a clip.
I do. I really have a clip. It's so good.
Alan, someone got thicked.
Yeah, so...
Wow.
I like the title of the article that I saw because it's like, yo, Steve Harvey, I'm going to let you finish, but Alan Thicke had one of the best pageants.
What a show.
Of all time. So this is on YouTube.
What a show we're watching here.
Yeah, so I'm just going to pull this up. Let me play this video for you guys. It is very entertaining.
No.
Yeah, it's a pretty lengthy clip. We're just going to watch.
Miss World.
So we're going to watch it with you guys. You're going to see me and Mike in your corner so you can see Mike's genuine reaction.
Yeah,
to
this is the first time I'm seeing this. I don't know what's going to happen.
Seeing this, guys.
I don't know what's happening here.
This is the first time I bet many of you are seeing this. And it's
I don't know what's happening right now.
Very exciting.
Mrs. World 2006, would you ladies please come forward? Here they are. Now, if, for any reason, the new Mrs. World cannot fulfill her obligations, cannot finish her duties, that means the crown and the title and those duties will go to the first runner-up. You will, however, keep your same husband. The first runner-up is Mrs. Costa Rica, Mrs. World 2006, Mrs. Russia.
Победительница конкурса «Миссис Мира 2006» становится «Миссис Россия».
So he does actually say the right thing. He says, first runner-up, Miss Costa Rica.
Holy moly.
But the way he says he's first runner-up, Miss Costa Rica, Miss World USA, saying it loudly so everyone thinks it's her, and then he's like, Mrs. Russia. And so
he said them all.
So this whole thing is happening, this spectacle, with the child floating from the ground and dropping the crown. And then even Mrs. Russia thinks that Costa Rica's gotten it. Everyone thinks Costa Rica's gotten it. Then it gets good, though, but it keeps going, and then they use this as part of the broadcast. So let's continue to listen.
No.
Mute our mics.
Mrs. World 2007 for now. Enjoy Mrs. Russia, Mrs. World 2006. Thank you, everybody. Spasibo!
Мы поздравляем миссис Россия.
What have you done?
Россию, которая стала
Mrs. Russia is the announced winner. However, the sash and crown have been mistakenly placed on the runner-up, Mrs. Costa Rica. When we come back, who is the real Mrs. World and who will keep the crown? To a confused crowd in St. Petersburg, Russia for Mrs. World 2006, where there is a question as to who should be wearing the crown.
Did you hear what happened with Mrs. Russia is the winner?
If I may clarify, what the Russian interpreter is announcing is that the official winner is Mrs. Russia. Mrs. Costa Rica is the runner-up and must now give up the sash and crown.
But Sheva put the crown on the wrong lady.
Top 10 on stage.
Fiasco. Shooting, okay?
Let me just say something. Please put your camera on. You know what? She was never at one rehearsal.
It will each one of us, they're professional people here. We leave our family, we leave everything to come here, not to see this. What you are doing is wrong.
Miss Russia, woman? No, this was wrong. This was wrong. I'll tell you why. For 2 weeks, we've all worked from 7 o'clock in the morning till 10, 11 o'clock. Mrs. Russia did not appear not once at rehearsal. This is wrong. You know who's the winner? Costa Rica.
For us, it's Costa Rica.
This is wrong.
The lady took the crown from her. The lady have been treated us like dogs the 2 weeks.
She must win.
Don't worry for me. I don't want the crown.
She won.
But she told me.
I'm so sorry.
They took off the crown. It's so f***ing I can't believe it.
I'm shocked. I'm so shocked.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Pleasure. Thank you. Okay, take 2. Now let's shoot it with Mrs. Russia getting the crown. Okay, everybody, let's do this one more time.
Hold on really quickly.
Wow.
I had never watched I just watched the beginning part and never watched the full part. I didn't realize that they then retaped it for broadcast. So only people really behind the scenes saw this. Or like.
Well, I want to see the reactions though, how they have to pretend now.
Oh yeah, well, we're gonna keep watching. Don't worry.
I want to see this.
We're watching, but it looks like half the people have left the stage now, and they're all backstage, all upset. And you know what's interesting? In both instances, the Latina candidate gets screwed.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
You got Costa Rica and Colombia. They might think it's a thing against Latino women.
Alan Thicke.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he look concerned though?
He doesn't. I don't even know. He's like the opposite of Steve Harvey. Right after it happened, it's like he makes an announcement, like it's a thing, like, oh no, Miss Russia won,
yeah, they do
but
a
Miss
tease.
Colombia or Miss Costa Rica got the crown and sash. Who's the real winner? Coming up. Okay, let's keep watching.
First runner-up is Mrs. Costa Rica, Mrs. World 2006, Mrs. Russia. Mrs. Okay, everybody, let's do this one more time. The first runner-up is Mrs. Costa Rica, Mrs. World 2006, Mrs. Russia.
Победительница конкурса «Миссис Мира 2006» становится «Миссис Россия».
guys. So what's interesting is you pay attention to the background. You can already see that there are less women behind her. First of all, she had to fake excitement, like she should be way more excited. That was not
a sad.
And now this angel girl has to get dropped again. She's probably having fun, like, oh yeah, I get to fly a second time. I don't know.
What a sad show.
One of the things to keep in mind, though, it's interestingly enough that this Mrs. World pageant took place in Russia.
Yeah.
And there were already people thinking that it was fixed because this Mrs. World is the wife of some Russian mob guy.
Can you believe
it?
Wow.
Wow, let's keep watching. Let's see how...
There's a whole year of beauties all over the world for the new Mrs. World and an entire royal treasury as well. She keeps her crown, of course, and much, much more. Now it's time for the greatest of Mrs. World traditions. Our brand new winner takes her first royal walk. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to present Sofia Arzhavkovskaya of St. Petersburg, Russia, Mrs. World 2006.
И букеты всем нашим девушкам, которые приняли участие в финале конкурса «Миссис Мира».
From the stage of the monumental Oktoberskaya Theater in St. Petersburg, Russia, to your very own living room, thanks to our friends at We Women's Entertainment, thanks to you for joining us for all of the thrills and excitement of this.
Can we just acknowledge how Miss Russia's walking now?
I know, very happy, very excited.
This whole thing is absurd, but I figured, I really had to show you this video, Mike. I was really excited to show this to you because you and I have been talking about this story
all week
since Monday. First we're talking about Steve Harvey, then we're talking about Miss Colombia, now we're talking Miss Colombia and Alan Thicke, and there's just so much going on with this story.
And I do have to say something though with this video here.
Yeah.
2006, didn't it look like it was straight out of 1985?
With their hairstyles?
Well, even
the quality?
The quality of the video. Everything.
Well, keep in mind that this was before everything was HD.
Ago.
This was before everything was HD. In 2006, it was just when YouTube was launched, so it's not like you could upload high quality video either. And it's probably like recorded off of a TV screen.
Just 10 years ago. Get that through your heads, everybody.
It's fine. Stop judging. Leave the judging to the pageant judges.
Wow.
Anyways, so that's that, Billy in the chat room saying, why didn't the first chick just run off with a crown yelling, it's mine, mine, oh, mine.
She didn't have Instagram to have her moment.
I know, and this was before Twitter, too, so she probably maybe had a Facebook, but Facebook had only been around 2 years.
I bet she didn't.
She didn't get a moment, did she? This is so different. Imagine if this happened today. We would all be talking about it.
I'm really glad Miss Colombia has her moment now.
Well, I really think that everything does happen for a reason. And usually when these scenarios happen, it's good for you. It makes you more high profile. Honestly, if she was just the normal first runner-up and Steve Harvey hadn't messed up, no one would know Miss Colombia's name. No one would be talking about Miss Colombia. Miss Colombia now has an opportunity to make so much money because people know of her at least. She's now famous. Before she was probably just famous in Colombia. Now she's worldwide famous. So I feel like this is a really good opportunity to monetize the situation.
And guys, I have another announcement that I saw circulating in the news about Miss Colombia.
Really? What's that?
Well, she's been offered $1 million.
See, she gets money for what?
A porn video. Vivid Entertainment has put it out. $1 million. One scene, she gets to pick the person that she wants to be with for $1 million. That's
wow.
That happened today, folks.
So Vivid Entertainment, an adult entertainment company, is now offering
$1 million.
Miss Colombia $1 million to partake in one of their films.
Yeah, for a scene.
Wow. Well, this is what I was talking about. See, she's getting monetary opportunities.
So we'll see if she goes for it.
Do you think she would have gotten the opportunity had Steve Harvey said the right name?
No.
Probably not.
No.
I don't think so.
This is going to be interesting.
So there's that.
Wow. What a week it's been.
It's the fact that we've been able to talk about this every day. Now I'm just expecting some other headline to come out tomorrow for us to talk about on Christmas Eve. Like, Miss Colombia ruins Christmas Eve for Miss Philippines. I don't know.
It's going to be something.
Well, Mike, it's always a pleasure.
Thank you, guys.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you, everybody.
And before you leave, one more look at Miss Colombia's Instagram.
Thank you. Thank you.